guys, it's Destiny. Welcome back to Hoeology Podcast. This is my first episode in a while. I have been crazy busy with school and I have just been fucking swamped with literally life. So I'm so ready to give you guys 2 episodes back to back. Today's episode is all about being emotionally dickmatized. Now, if you guys have been rocking with me for a minute, you remember my original Dickmatized episode, and you also remember my Hot Girl Heartbreak episode, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Basically, I wanted to come and ask you guys if maybe you guys have experienced what I've experienced or what I have been experiencing, and just kind of how the fuck we can grow past that. Like, it's been some real shit, y'all. So first off, I want to ask, does everyone have a person? I say a person is basically one person that you just can't leave alone. It doesn't matter how toxic it gets. Whenever they call, you answer. And whenever you call, they answer. It doesn't matter how you treat each other. It doesn't matter what you say. Y'all can honestly say y'all are done as much as you want, but you both know that you're always going to have a place in their heart, in their mind, vice versa, whatever. That emotional dickmatization. Look at me making a vocabulary. It's there, honey. I want to talk to you guys about my person and kind of just like where that shit has gone. Like, it's been crazy. So like I said, if you guys have been rocking with me since Hoeology originally, way back in the day, you guys remember my Dickmatized episode. When I talked about that episode, I talked about how I had been kind of talking to somebody, but I felt like he did his own thing, so then I went and did my own thing. And in the Hot Girl Heartbreak episode following the Dickmatized episode, are you keeping up? I was talking about how it really hurt the person and he kind of like cut me off, whatever. I was so fucking emotionally distraught. You can ask my friends. I was crying. I was like, this nigga done with me. Like, I done lost the best thing ever. Bitch, please. Fast forward to December. I was in a relationship. We're not going to call it that. I was in a situationship at the time. And he texted me, this person, and was like, I shouldn't be thinking about you, but I am. I miss you. And I was just like, damn, not only does he want me back, but I'm in a fucking situationship, and I'm happy with the guy that I was talking to at the time. So I was like, no, I'm not falling back into this. I thought he would never forgive me. I thought he would never take me back, and here we are. That should have been a red flag right there, but it wasn't. So whatever. So let me give you guys a little background about my person before I really dive into it. My person, we're going to call him D. D and I had been like talking since like 2018, like right after I ended my long-term relationship with my Caucasian boyfriend. We're not going to say his name, but yes. So he and I are from the same hometown. We really don't have much in common as far as like hobbies or thought processes or ideas or even fucking like wants in life, but somehow the shit worked. Like, we used to go out on dates all the time. Like, he literally was so amazing to me at the time. I met his family, like I met his friends, like it was just like, and we just connected so hard. And I always used to say, like, to him, you make me feel so safe. And he just always say, like, oh, that's because I remind you of home. I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm from. If you don't know, you'll find out on your own. And that's just that. So it was like a super low-key situation. Like, I could obviously post him on my socials. He didn't care. Like, I don't think he ever posted me, which that's him. So whatever. But he's very well known in both our hometown and even shit down here where we live in Florida. So it's like, it was just like a good new feeling. We just kind of like hit it off, I guess, from like when we started talking. Like, actually, I'm not going to tell y'all that, because if I tell y'all, as much as I love being transparent with you, I'm going to keep his privacy respected. We just connected. That's just it. And so when I was finally single, we hit it off. We went on a couple of dates. Obviously, we had sex. It was fucking incredible, fucking amazing. Like, it was just great all around. Fast forward to the Dickmatized episode. He told me that he never listened to the podcast, which was a lie. And then I get a text. He's like, come get all your stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what's going on? Then I get to his place, and he's like, well, I listened to the episodes, and I'm really disappointed, and I wish I never listened to it, but I did, and I wish you the best. If you're ending something with someone, literally, like, the worst fucking thing you can say to them is, I wish you the best. Like, that shit hurts like no other. I swear to God. Ladies, men, like, I don't know, but that shit hurts me to the core. Like, I wish you the best. Like, bitch, don't wish me the best. Come be my best. But it's true. Like, I was so fucking distraught. And it was like, I was single. We're both single. We were not official in a relationship. We just had been going out all the time, kicking it all the time. So it was like, we were basically together, but we were not official. And I'm the type of person that's like, if you don't say that shit out loud, I don't know. Like, you can't claim me, and I can't claim you if we don't say that shit together, because I don't like being one of those girls that's not on the same page with the guy that they're intimate with, because that's how shit gets messy and people get hurt. Look at me, not defining the relationship, and still fucking got hurt. So I'm a dumbass, clearly. Don't fucking listen to me in the episode right now. But after the Dickmatized episode, I was like hurt as fuck. I made the hot girl heartbreak episode where I was just distraught, and I was like, he doesn't want to be with me. I sounded like fucking Yvette from Baby Boy, where she was like, he don't love me no more. That was me. I was so fucking hurt, y'all. Hurt. And I was vulnerable as hell on the episode, and I wouldn't change shit. Like, I loved being vulnerable with you guys, because I know that we can all relate to not even like getting caught up, but just being hurt in a situation where you didn't think that you could be hurt. So fast forward to December, I'm talking to someone, we're in a situationship, he texts me, whatever, he misses me. Me and old boy that I was in a situationship with, we end up squashing it like February. And D had asked me to work on a project with him that would help build my brand, Dose Intimates, which is my lingerie line. If you guys don't know, you're not fucking loyal, and goodbye. But he texted me, was like, oh, can I, get your input on this? I was like, absolutely. So we get there, and I'm just like, fuck. I still love this nigga. Like, damn. So I'm like, shit. But then, he and I start talking again, and then I meet someone else, and me and this person hit it off. So I'm like, okay, I choose this person over him. But I didn't mean it to be that way. But whatever. So, mind you, this whole time I'm single. So I'm like, really, like, I'm not in an actual relationship. So, like, I'm not entertaining D, but I'm like talking to him about his feelings. Like, why do you want to still be with me? Didn't I hurt you? Basically, he was telling me, like, I don't trust you anymore, but I want to be with you. And I love you. And I'm like, that was the first time he told me that he loved me. So I was just like, oh shit, that unlocked a whole new level of like emotional vulnerability that I was not prepared to address at the time. And I was like, well shit, I love you too. And it was just like, that point I acknowledged that this shit was very detrimental and toxic to my emotional well-being. Because I was like, I done been through, I done been through 3 guys that I have been talking to up until this point. And it's like, I still come back to D. And he still comes back to me. I don't know who he's been with or talked to since we were doing our thing. But it's like, we still come back to each other. So literally, I had to like have that talk with him. I hate being that girl. If you know Destiny, I am a fucking savage when it comes to dating or when it comes to anything emotional. I hate being the what are we girl. I'm going to just let it go with the flow as much as I can, and then I'm going to let you lead the way as the man. So I literally had to have the talk with him of, what are we doing? Why do we keep coming back together, and where is this going? Like, I'm 25 now. Like, I don't like the games. I don't like the not knowing. I don't want what happened in Dickmatized to happen again, basically, because I do love him. I do care about his happiness. So it's like, I didn't want to hurt him again, and I didn't want to put myself through what I went through. if you are my friend, like, you were probably with me through that time, and I was just extremely hurt and down and just sad, and it was not a pleasant feeling. So his response was, I don't want a relationship. I want to build myself up, and I'm just not ready for that right now. My response was, I am ready for that right now, and that's what I want. So I was like, this is obviously not going to work because you don't want a relationship. I do want a relationship, right? It should be dead right there. So I was done at that point in time. If you know me, I'm very easy to emotionally detach. Like, it's usually 100% easy for me. Keep in mind, this is my person, like I like to say, so it isn't that easy for us to emotionally detach. Now, the downside to us stating what we did and didn't want was that we also didn't want each other with anyone else, right? So, like, he would get so, like, I don't want to say jealous. I'm going to say, like, territorial over me. Like, he didn't want me to be with someone else, but he also didn't want me. So, like, it's like, what kind of shit is that? Like, that's toxic behavior at its finest. And honestly, let me have seen him out with another bitch, and it was about to be on. Like, we don't want each other, but we don't want each other to be with someone else. That's your person. That is a person. That is what having a person is. Like, y'all have been through some shit. It didn't really change anything, and you still want to be with each other, but you actually don't want to be with each other. Like, I could literally go the rest of my life without ever being in a relationship with this man, but I also don't want to see him with anyone else except Destiny. Like, that's very toxic, and I acknowledge that, but it doesn't change the fact that that's how I feel. D is the only person that I can't seem to emotionally separate from. Like, every time I try, he'll text me and we'll get right back. Or, like, I will text him and be like, what are you doing? And I know that, like, I shouldn't respond. I know I shouldn't text him, but I do. It's literally like, I literally tell my friend all the time, I'm like, girl, why did I trip and fall, get in my fucking car, and make my way over to D's house? How did that even happen? Like, oh my God, I accidentally drove myself to D's house. Like, it's bad. Like, so I want to ask you guys, does everyone have a person, or is it just me? And I don't mean a person who's, like, obsessed over you and you cut them off. I mean, like, it's a mutual unhealthy obsession. Like, anytime, any relationship, that person could call and you will be there. Like, whether it's as a friend, as a crutch, as a shoulder, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's unhealthy. It should not be. Like, truthfully speaking, D should have cut me off after Dickmatized. Like, he should have been like, bitch, you fucked another nigga. Like, we not together, but you fucked another nigga. Bitch, we done. Bitch, we done. And I should have been like, you should definitely not have taken me back, because I was in a whole relationship after the fact and I didn't want you then. And then I was single and I kind of wanted you, but then I realized we didn't want the same thing. So it was like, what are we doing type shit. And I feel like the more I try to separate myself, the easier it's getting, but I still am going to be around for him. Like, I haven't met a nigga yet that has come along and made me to be like, fuck D. That nigga don't exist no more. Like, he's in the past. It's terrible, really. Like, and the worst part is it's not even just sexual. It's literally like an attraction that is just unmatched. Like, and I don't even know why. Like, when I tell y'all, like, we have nothing in common, like, nothing. Not music taste, not hobbies, not likes, goals in life, like, job, nothing. We have nothing in common. It makes no fucking sense. But it's there. It's there. And I think he's right when I say, like, I feel a sense of, like, safety with him. And it's only because he reminds me of home. But it's like, I don't even like niggas from my hometown. So that really can't be it. But at the same time, what else is it? He's literally not any type of guy that I would typically go for. Like, while I don't technically have a type, I more so go for, like, dark-skinned niggas. Like, he's light-skinned as hell. Like, very light-skinned. So if you guys have a person, let me know what it is about your person that you cannot leave alone. Because I can't identify what it is about D that I can't leave alone. I mean, we went probably a month without speaking to each other recently. And then he texted me and was like, I miss you type shit. And then I was I literally was so mad that he fucking texted me, so infuriated. Like, how dare you ruin the mental progress that I've made trying to get over this situation. But yet I still fucking texted him back. And guess what? We immediately got into a fucking fight. So it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, we know what it is. We don't try to change what it is. We just know what it is, and that's just it. So if you guys have a person, please let me know that I'm not alone out here and that you guys are also going through it. And it's just terrible. It's toxic. I mean, fuck. I'm in this Facebook group. It's I'm ashamed to say the name, but it's called #PussyTrauma. It's not even about sexual assault, but it's like just women sharing their like sex stories and etc. And I ask, like, do you have a person? Like, does everyone have a person that they just can't leave alone? And everyone pretty much responded like, absolutely. Like, I'm married 7 years, but I still am like tied to this man. And mind you, I'm a person that does not believe in sexual emotional ties until recently, which we'll get to that on the Thoughts, Lovers, and Friends episode. But I am somehow fucking tied to this man. Like, somehow. I don't know why. I don't know how. I just am. I don't think he's the one, so to speak, because like I said, we have nothing in common. Like, it's not even like a balance. Like, he is a great man. Like, he will be a great man, a great husband for someone else, just not Destiny. Like, I don't know what it is, but here we are, sis. So anyway, let me know. Follow my Instagram at its.dstany. Don't fuck it up or I'll kill you. And I'm also so excited to announce that I am officially one half of She's Got Something to Say. If you guys check out the YouTube, we have episodes on there. We're also available on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. Just check us out, listen to us. It's similar to Hoeology, but it's a little bit different take because I now have a permanent co-host who gives her opinion, and she is an amazing person, and I just truly love her. So if you're interested, check out She's Got Something to Say. I am also posting it on my main Instagram page. Make sure you follow that, comment, interact with me, you guys. Like, I love talking to new people. I love hearing your opinions, your questions. Feel free to ask me anything you want. Someone asked me about doing anal, which is absolutely fine. I'm happy to give my advice or my own personal tips and tricks and see how that helps. So thank you for tuning in and happy hoeing.